There we go.
And it looks like we are live. So guess what time it is? It's Sunday night. So that means it's time for Learning with Lynn. I'm Lynn Huber.
And I'm Richard.
And this is Richard. I want to welcome you out tonight. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so we know you were here. So today we're going to talk about choose success systems to stay motivated. So let me move some things around and share my screen. And there we go. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now. Why was it every time I do a Sunday live, my nose itches? Crazy. So anyway, welcome. If you're here, be sure to say hi. I don't see anybody yet. Oh, I do see it says people are watching. Hi, Karina. Good to see you. Thank you. So today we're going to talk about choose success systems to stay motivated. But first off, this is my blog, onlinebeautybiz.com. This is our training blog for people who are on my team, but it's also for anybody who's in Avon. I have all different kinds of training here. Hi, Anitra, good to see you. So it's just onlinebeautybiz.com. If you're brand new, you'll want to click on Getting Started up here, because up here, this Getting Started will walk you through everything from how to get started, how you get paid, how to know if you got an order, all of that. It'll walk you through all the basics. And then in my blog, you'll see posts here on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you can sign up to receive our newsletter. If you're already receiving emails from me, you're already on it. If you want to receive emails from me, go ahead and sign up here. And then underneath that is the search. So if you want to search for something, you need to know how to do something, you can search for it. Or we have categories. So anything that's tagged with those categories will show up if you click on them, like Facebook parties or how-tos or leadership or online marketing. And so that's my blog. If you're on a computer, it looks like this. The main part, which is this part right here, shows up on the left side. And then this is called the sidebar over here. That shows up on the right. If you're on a phone, that sidebar moves to the bottom underneath the main part of the blog. So it just becomes one blog with about 7 posts, and then this sidebar will be under it, and the search and everything will be under that. So that's my blog. Today we are going to talk about this one right here, choose success systems to stay motivated. So I'm going to click on that. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. And Lana, hi. Welcome. Glad to see you guys all here. So today we're going to talk about this one, choose success systems to stay motivated. So have you ever wondered how to stay motivated or how to get your team members motivated? I mean, I get asked this all the time, right? Especially from team leaders. Everybody's always wanting to figure out, how can I get my team motivated? So we're going to talk about that today. But first, we're going to talk really quick about growing your Avon business and the Daily 8 system. Growing your Avon business is really pretty simple. There's just 4 main steps. Number 1, you need to prospect for new customers and recruits. Number 2, get a brochure to every single customer, every single campaign, whether that's paper or digital, that's totally up to you. Number 3, follow up with every customer, every campaign. And then number 4, take the order. Or you submit it to Avon and deliver, or they go to your website and order and Avon delivers, and then just rinse and repeat. It's just that simple. You just do those 4 things over and over and over again, every campaign, 26 times a year, and you will grow a huge business if you do this. So let's go back to them really quickly. Prospecting for new customers and recruits. If you're brand new, we ask you to make a list of 200 people, as many people as you can think of. Get them down on paper, get them out of your head. Nobody has to see that paper but you, so don't worry about that. But just get them down on paper. Who do you know? Think about, who do you know? Who do I work with? My kids' parents? Who goes to my church? Who do I encounter in different areas of my life? Who does my nails? Who does my hair? Get everybody you know on paper. And then you're gonna start reaching out to them. And it can be as simple as a text or a message on Facebook or whatever saying, hey, guess what? I just started my Avon business. I'm so excited. Would you like to see a brochure? And if they say yes, then you get them a brochure. Now whether that's paper or digital, that's up to you. and you get them a brochure, and then you add them to your list, and you count that as a name. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But you're going to get names of people. You're going to meet new people and prospect. But you're just getting started with your business, and so you're kind of prospecting among your own list that you've already created. And if they say yes, that counts as a name that you can now add to your that you've received that name, right? And you add them to your follow-up, and then you're going to follow up. You're going to follow up with them 2 to 3 days after you've gotten, you've sent them the brochure or delivered it or dropped it off or whatever. And then you're adding them to your follow-up. And so every campaign, they're going to get a brochure from you, and every campaign, they're going to get a follow-up from you. And you're just going to keep doing that every campaign. We'll go into that in more detail. So the Daily 8 system is a proven formula. When you follow this consistently, you can, this formula will help you to maintain the consistency that's required to build a thriving business. And it can be exponentially expanding business dramatically. Over time, you can build a huge Avon business with this. And instead of working 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, what you're going to do is capture 8 points a day, 5 days a week for a total of 40 points. So you can click here, print this sheet, and use it to track your points. I already printed. I already downloaded it. It's here. It's like 9 pages. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Denise. Good to see you guys. So this is like 9 pages. You can just print one. You can just print one, and then page 2 is the tracking form. So you might want to print more copies of page 2, and just put the week of. So that would be like today's date or tomorrow's date if you start your week on Sunday or Monday. And then what days of the week are you going to be working your business? Write them down here. If maybe Thursday is a really bad day for you and you have a lot of other things going on, well, then you could put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Or if you're going to spend more time working the weekends, Saturday and Sunday would be on here, but find 5 days. You don't have to necessarily get 8 points every one of those days. But find at least 5 days a week where you're at least giving yourself an hour or something to work your business, because you got to be consistent. It's all about being consistent. And then you're just going to calculate how many points you earned that day. So prospecting for customers, give out brochures, paper or digital, and collect contact information. 1 point for every name. So if you built your list, you're brand new with Avon, and you've created a list of everyone you know, and you're working through your list, and you text them or message them and say, can I send you a brochure? And if they say yes, boom, that's a name, okay? I know that they were on your list before, but that didn't count because you haven't talked to them yet. So now you've talked to them, now you can count that as a name. 1 point for every name. Prospecting for team members, collect their contact information, 1 point for every name. So as you're out and about, maybe you're at, maybe you're at Cafe Rio or something, and you're going through the takeout line, and the girl there is really friendly to you and does a great job. And you say, wow, you'd be great on my team. Have you ever thought about making some extra money on the side? Or maybe you'd say, Avon has this brand new, really cool digital brochure. You can literally browse on the pages, page by page on your phone. Can I send it to you? And if they say yes to either one, then you get their contact information. If you're sending them a digital brochure, it's really easy. You just open your phone up, add them to your phone, and text them the digital brochure right then, right? And then when you get home, add them to your follow-up so that 2 days later, you'll text her again and say, hey, just checking back to see if there's anything I can do to help you. And if they are interested in maybe selling Avon, then we have a system we teach for that too. It's a follow-up system for recruiting, and you would get them on that follow-up. So you'd send them a text with the information like to your sign-up link to sign up to sell Avon, and then you're gonna follow up with them too. So 1 point for every name. So, ideally you want to be collecting 3, 4, 5 names a day if you can, because that's the number one most effective way to grow your business. The more names that you get, the more people you talk to, the faster your business will grow. It's just that simple. And as long as you're doing the follow-ups. If you're not doing the follow-ups, you're wasting your time. So now you're going to follow up with them 2 to 3 days after meeting them, so you can get a point for each one of those. Right? Because that's critical. And then you're going to get a brochure to every customer, every campaign. We give you 1 point for that because we teach you a system where you use Campaign Mailer, and it takes you literally 1 minute to send brochures to however many people you're sending them to, one or hundreds. But if you're delivering brochures all over the city, give yourself more points. Give yourself a point for every hour that you're spending doing that. or whatever it feels right to you. And then we're going to do follow-ups and text to every customer 2 to 3 days before you're placing your order. So same thing, I give you 1 point, because if you're using Project Broadcast, it literally takes you 1 minute to set up that follow-up. But if you are manually texting people, all these people, then give yourself points for, I don't know, a point for every hour, or 2 points for every hour, or whatever you feel is reasonable. And then you're going to place your order. You're going to get a point for placing your order, and you're going to get points for sorting and delivering your customer orders. I put 1 here, but that again, it's how much time are you spending on it, right? So those things, those from there up, from placing your order and sorting your order and up, those are the most important things to growing your business. Now, if you give somebody a digital brochure, you have them on your digital brochure list, you want to contact them twice a campaign. Once at the beginning saying, welcome to campaign 7, and then once a couple of days before the campaign's over saying, hey, just a reminder, the campaign ends on Monday, so if there's anything you want out of this campaign, be sure to order it before Monday, because on Tuesday it will be on campaign 8, right? So then there's more passive prospecting, putting brochures out door to door. You're not actually talking to people. You're not getting their contact information. You still can get points for those, but they're not going to build your business as fast. So I just want to put that out there. Same thing, passive posting on social media. That's passive because you're posting, hey, check out our new Farm X products, our Farm RX products. Those are amazing. That doesn't mean you actually talk to somebody and got their name or can follow up with them, right? It's more like you put it out there and you're hoping that it will bring people to you. So it's passive. Event, party, Facebook party, whatever. Of course, if you sponsor somebody, you bring somebody in, you get a point for each new recruit, and you get a point for each time you train your new recruit. And reviewing your leadership reports, get points for that. And then online business or business training, Avon U, Avon webinars that they have regularly, Avon Facebook videos, Facebook Lives, our Sunday Live, any of those, give yourself a point for that, and personal development. So just to go back really fast, when I said give yourself points for, if you're spending more time on it, give yourself more points. I want you to know that this is your business. I'm not judging you. I'm not keeping track of what you're doing to get your points. This is all on you, right? So if you give yourself way too many points for completing something, you're only hurting yourself. And if you don't give yourself enough points, I guess you're hurting yourself. But your business, if you do these things and you get these points and you work on getting 8 points a day, 5 days a week, your business is going to grow. And if it doesn't, you might want to take a look at why is it not growing? What are you not doing that you're saying you're doing? because it's going to grow. Okay. So did you have something you want to say?
Just going to say, just think of it like a funnel. You have a funnel here, and the more things you're putting into the funnel, the more things that are going to come out the bottom. If you just drop 1 penny in the top, you might get 1 penny out the bottom. You're going to be sitting there waiting, spending the whole week waiting for that 1 penny to fall out. But if you put 100 pennies in there, you're going to have a lot of pennies coming out. So put more in the funnel.
Yeah. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So this is our you can print that sheet out and track your points. Right here is a link where you can log your weekly numbers. So every Saturday morning, I'll post in the Facebook group and I'll send an email out if you're on my email list saying it's time to log your daily 8 numbers. Whether you're on my team or not, you can play. You're part of this. We're here to support you. I'm here to support you as much as I can in your business. And this is just a way for you to stay accountable, right? To me, to yourself, more to yourself than anything. Mm-hmm. But when you fill this out, all you're doing is you're giving me your name and what campaign it is and how many points you earned and what were your wins this week. What did you do well, or what are you proud of, and what did you not do so well, and how can you do better next time? By just taking the couple of minutes it takes for you to think in your mind what to put there, you've already made a turn in your business. You've already done whatever, because it's like you flipped a switch in your mind, right? Okay, my wins this week. Wow, I got a whole lot more points on Wednesday because I did this. And now you know that you can do more of that, and that will help you grow your business, right? Or what did you not do so well? Well, you figure it out. I didn't do this so well. I didn't go out and talk to people. Maybe I should get out more and talk to people. And so you, in your own mind, you've already determined that you need to go out and talk to more people. So it's not me judging you. It's not me telling you what to do. It's you telling yourself. But if you fill out this form, I will recognize you. I'll send you a card, or maybe I'll send you an email. If you put something in there that you're not clear about and you need help with, I might send you an email and try to answer your questions and things like that. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. So this is just my way to support you. Whether you're on my team or not, doesn't matter. We're here to support you because we really believe that a rising tide lifts all ships, right? If you're in a harbor with a bunch of ships and the tide rises, all of them rise, right? It's the same thing with Avon. If we're all successful, we can all be successful together. And there's more than enough success to go around for all of us. And I didn't have help when I first started. When I first started selling Avon, we got signed up by a district manager who said, sign here. And that was the extent of it, right? And we didn't have any help. And so we learned and we scrapped and we found our way the hard way. And I don't see any reason why you should have to. If I have something that might be able to help you, I'm more than willing to help you, right? Then be sure to join our Facebook group, Online Beauty Biz Facebook group. If you're not in this group, be sure to join because this is where we do a lot of that, our, recognition and everything. And that's it. So that's our daily 8. So let's get back to how systems can help you to stay motivated, right? So, maybe you went to a meeting or convention, or maybe you just attended the recent Avon Kickoff virtual event and you're all pumped and you're excited for all the opportunities in your business. But it doesn't take long for that excitement to fade. Life gets in the way. You turn off the TV and your kids are yelling, hey, I'm hungry, Mom, or whatever, right? If you're Anitra, she's out selling Girl Scout cookies. So that right there, it's just life, right? It got in the way. She's busy selling Girl Scout cookies. And so maybe she forgot about how excited she was about what she learned at the kickoff, right? It happens to all of us. And so, and if you go to an event, you fly and you travel to an event, to like a convention, Rep Fest, whatever, it's the same thing. By the time you get home, real life is hitting you between the eyes, and maybe you have to go back to work if you have a job, or you got to get back into the whole system of you've got your kids to take care of, or whatever it is that's going on. And it's the same thing, right? So let's talk about, I want to define a couple of terms. Okay, so the first one is system. What is a system? Well, a system is an accurate, established procedure that works every time for everyone, every time it's used. And this is why Avon works for so many people, because it's just an amazing product, right? And this is why we teach our system to automate your follow-ups. So if you click on this, it will take you to a page that will teach you how we do our automate your follow-ups. This talks about how we mail our brochures and how we use dial my calls for people who I don't have cell phones for the older ladies that maybe all they have is a landline. I use dial my calls for them for the follow-up. I use Project Broadcast to text both my digital book list and my follow-ups for my customers every campaign. And this walks you through how all of it and how to set that up. So that's in your automating your follow-up. So that's a system. And when you have a system in place, it takes all the pressure off of you, because now you can go and build your business because you've got this system. Yes, you still have to, every campaign, you still have to order your brochures to go out. You still have to set up your text to go out. It's not automatic that way. It's not going to automatically happen, but it literally takes you a minute. You have it set up and you just kind of go in, maybe change the campaign number, change the date, and click send. Right? It just takes you a minute. And once you've set up our system, positive results can be duplicated every time the system works, and it works for everybody. So it fits in that thing of what's a system, right? It works every time for everyone, every time it's used. So before I go there, let me see what Anitra has to say here. Thank the Lord for cookie booths are all over. However, anyone wants any orders can be placed through the girls' link and shipped from where they are made. Yeah, she's back from doing her cookies and she's on our live. How cool is that? Welcome, Anitra. Okay, so what's motivation? Well, you know what? Motivation is defined as 4 parts of a single sentence. It's making a choice to take action for a result, whether you like it or not. So number 1, making a choice. Number 2, to take action. Number 3, for a result. Number 4, whether you feel like it or not. Motivation is not about how you feel. Motivation is about what you choose. That's really powerful, you guys. This is what motivation is. Sandy says, let's see, set up campaign mailer today. That alone will save me, as my friends are all over the United States and are asking for books. Yes, yes.
Good job.
And you know, Sandy, even if my neighbor right next door, she doesn't buy Avon from me, but if she was my customer, I would still have her on my campaign mailer, because I don't want to take the time to go, who did I get a book to and who didn't I get a book to? They're just on my campaign mailer. They get it in the mail. It doesn't even matter if she lives next door, because it's worth it to me to not have that brain power, because that brain power drains your brain, right? You're making decisions all day long, and you don't want to have anything that drains that or takes you away from the decisions that are important decisions, or the prospecting and recruiting and building your team and getting more customers, right? Those are really more important. Hi, Maria, good to see you. Okay, so we now know motivation is a choice, right? I know that, I hate to say that. You're probably thinking, oh, wow, that's it? That's it? I have to make the choice to be motivated? But it's true, you guys. When we use systems, whether to build our business or to stay motivated, it's amazing what we can accomplish. I already talked to you about our systems, our follow-up systems. That makes it so much easier, right? Well, let's look at a motivation system. So the basic motivation system looks like this. So everything is a choice. We choose whether to get up in bed, up in the morning, right? We choose when we go to bed at night. We choose if we're gonna send our brochures out by campaign mailer. We choose how we're gonna do it, right? We choose that, okay, it's time for me to text my customers and remind them that I'm gonna be placing my order. If you don't do it, it doesn't happen and you don't get the sales. Trust me, if they don't get a follow-up, more than likely you're not gonna get the sales. It's that critical. So everything is a matter of choice. Choice equals results. So good choices equal good results. Bad choices equal bad results. So if you don't make the choice to send the text to remind everybody that your order's going in on Wednesday, then you're going to have a bad result because you didn't do it, right? But if you do it, then it's a good result because you did it. And the thing is, if you have that set up as a recurring task or whatever, I use a task list for that, and I use Microsoft To Do, and it's a recurring task. Set up reminders, right? That means my text, that means my email, that means my Facebook reminders. I set them all up, but I have a task to do that. So if you have a task to do that, then it comes up and you go, oh, got to do it. And you don't even think about it. You're not making a choice at that point because you already made the choice when you put it in your task manager that it was going to happen. So it comes up and it says it's due today, and you just do it. That's just what it is. It's not, how do I feel today? It's not, oh, I don't want to do anything. I don't feel like working my business. Nope. It came up on my task manager, so I do it. That's just that simple, right? So motivation is simply about making a choice to take whatever action you need to achieve the results you're looking for. It's not magic. It's just a choice, right? So this quote by Zig Ziglar, Sandy's going to love this one, but I love this quote. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. And it's so true, right? That doesn't mean you have to take action every single day. That's a choice you have. But you're in control of your business, and you get to choose how you're going to run it. So that means that many times you're going to take that action whether you feel like it or not. There's going to be days when you choose to not take action, and that's totally okay. Sandy's like, well, first off, she's like, right, no brain drain. Yes. And then look at that. She loves it. I know she does, because I know she loves Zig Ziglar. Yay. Woohoo. So Anitra, my tasks are set up in my Google Calendar, and I found a way to color code all my activities and tasks. Yeah, exactly, Anitra. And when your tasks come up, there's no question about it. You do it. You made the decision when you created the task. You don't have to make the decision again. And don't let yourself make that decision again, right? And Lisa says it keeps you from surrendering to the thousands of distractions daily. Yes, exactly, right? So there's going to be days when you choose to not take action, and that's totally okay, you know? When you're working the motivation system, you become more productive and effective in your business. And so you might decide that today, spending more time with your family or doing something for yourself today is more important. You might make that decision, because if you are doing this, if you're working the system, if you're working the motivation system, and you're doing it whether you feel like it or not, because it's something you need to do to build your business, then you're going to get better at doing it. You're going to become more productive. You're going to be more effective in your business. And so if you wake up today and you say, oh, wow, I want to spend some time with Richard today. We haven't had enough time together. Let's go hiking. Let's go up the canyon. Then we can do that, right? That's really what it is. And so now you get to look at it as a choice that you get to make, and it eliminates the guilt trip. There's no need for guilt, you guys. Don't beat yourself up, because your business is a choice. You know what you and your business needs at any given time. And so if you got up and you decided, or you felt sorry for yourself, and you're whining to yourself, and you're thinking, I don't feel like doing anything, that's not good. That's what did we say up here? That is a bad result. Bad choices equal bad results, right? But you still made the choice that you weren't going to do anything about it. And so if you don't let yourself off the hook and say, no, I don't really feel like working today, but I'm going to give it an hour. I'm going to at least commit to, I'm going to work an hour. And the truth is, if you just get yourself going, more than likely you'll probably go even longer than that, because because it's getting started, that's the hardest part, right? It's just getting started. But if you know that you are going to do this, whether you feel like it or not, and you just get up and you just do it, then it no longer becomes an issue. Motivation isn't an issue. You guys, motivation isn't an issue for me, because I know what I want out of my business. I know where I want to be. And I am looking at my numbers every single day, and I am doing everything I can to increase my numbers every single day. And that's all the motivation I need. But it's something that maybe if that's something you struggle with, then that's something you got to work on, right? You got to work on this whether you feel like it or not part. My motivation, Sandy says, my motivation, I do not want to fire me. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to fire you, because your business is going to be wildly successful, right? Yeah. So, but if you up until now have let yourself fall into the woe is me, and I don't feel like it, and I can't get motivated, don't beat yourself up. Don't lay any guilt trips on yourself. Just make the decision, make a good decision now, so that you have a good result, that moving forward, that's going to change. This is how you're working now. You know, I might have used to be able to do it that way, but now I do it this way. Sandy also says, know where your goal is and your motivation is to get there. Yeah, exactly. So when you know what you want in your Avon business and you have a game plan to make it happen, your motivation is going to determine the success that you're going to obtain. So to stay result driven is the objective, right? And the key to that is to remember that it's all about making choices. So why do you want to stay motivated? Well, here's some possibilities. I have a bunch of them here, right? To sell more products, to make more money, to build your Avon team, to earn Avon's trip incentive. How many of you want to go to Hawaii? I will be there. Richard's already ready for the beach.
I'm ready for the beach.
You guys, so who wants to earn the trip incentive? It is totally doable, right? To plan a family vacation. Maybe you want to put your child through college, or maybe you want private school for your child, or maybe your child needs braces. Maybe you want to remodel your home. Maybe you want to do what your heart desires. Write out your reasons and keep them near you, because these are why you want to be motivated. They're not how you're going to be motivated, but if you know these things and you're clear about them, you're going to be much more likely to be able to be motivated. Sandy's me. Sandy, I'm buying you a drink in Hawaii, girl. We're going to be there. Lisa, woohoo. Denise just signed somebody up yesterday. Congratulations. You go, girl. Woohoo. So yeah, so this is it, right? So put them up on the wall near your desk, or on your refrigerator, or somewhere where you're going to see them all the time. Print out the daily 8. Put it on your desk, or put it wherever it has to be. Tape it on your bathroom mirror if that's what it needs, or on your refrigerator, right? when Richard and I have worked really hard to earn a title, to be promoted, like say we were close to a promotion, we took lipstick and wrote on the bathroom mirror, senior executive unit leader. And so that every time I went into, and we have separate bathrooms, but well, back then we had one bathroom and we had 2 sinks. So we both had it written over our sinks. But we would go, every time that you looked in the mirror, you'd see your own face and you'd see senior executive unit leader over your head, right? These things help. These things do help. And Sandy says, I'm looking to drink for free in Hawaii. Woo-hoo. With the top people in Avon too, no less. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on the sign up. Yeah, woohoo. Good job, Denise. So but know where you're at, right? So here is a post. This is the one we've talked about this every week. I actually think I did a pretty good job on this one, you guys. But this is the one where we went into the magical goal setting, and we talked about setting your goals and breaking them down by the month, by the campaign, by the day, knowing what you need to do, right? So there's a link to that right here. This post shows you how to do that. Know where you stand every day. So maybe you're tracking dollars in sales. You know, maybe you're saying, I need to sell $30 a day or whatever it is. Then make yourself a little square thing, like a bunch of squares, or take a calendar. If you have a desk calendar, write it on the desk calendar. How much did you get in sales today? Let's just say you had a goal of $50 a day and you got 2 orders today of $30 each. And so you had $60 in sales. Then on today's date, write $60. You overshot your goal. Good for you, right? Maybe tomorrow, maybe you got $40 in sales, but you're like, that's okay because I did 60 yesterday, right? But you also know maybe the next day you want to strive to get more. But if you know where you stand every single day, that's going to keep you motivated. That's going to keep you going. And Denise says, now keep going and don't stop. Yes, exactly. You got one, keep doing it over and over again, right? So know where you stand, make sure you're tracking. If you're tracking number of orders, the same thing. If your goal was to get 2 orders a day, then track that, right? If your goal was to get 3, whatever. And then make the choice to take the actions you need to, whether you feel like it or not. But it doesn't even matter how you feel. It doesn't matter. You know, if you have a job and you go to work every day, you go to work whether you feel like it or not, right? I mean, you have to be there. You know you have to be there. You're going to be fired if you're not. Well, it's the same thing here. But seriously, if you use something like a calendar or a task manager or a to-do list where you know, then it's not a question of whether you feel like it. It's a question of, oh, I need to send my text reminders today. Check, done. Oh, I need to do this today. Check, done. And you don't even think about it, right? You make that choice that you're going to do it no matter what. And then use our automated follow-up system. That system of our automated follow-ups, that helps you keep your motivation system going because it takes a lot of the grunt work off of you. You know, now no longer do you have to drive all over town delivering brochures. No longer do you have to text person after person after person saying, hey, my order's going in. No longer do you have the head game in your head going, oh man, I've sent her brochure 6 times and she hasn't ordered. I don't want her to think I'm a bug. Maybe I won't text her, right? You get that guilt trip out of your head, right? You just follow the system. Boom, 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 right? You send your brochures. You send your text to follow up. You send your voice shots to follow up for the people that don't have cell phones. It's just that simple, right? So when you use our system, it's going to help you dramatically build your business while providing excellent customer service. We get a brochure to every customer, every potential customer, every campaign. Paper or digital, doesn't matter. It's up to you, right? We follow up with every customer that we gave a brochure to, every campaign. We don't go, well, I shouldn't follow up with her because she hasn't ordered. No, she's on your list. You're going to follow up with her. And we get orders from our customers. It's just that simple. That's what this automated follow-up system does. And there's a link again to our exact system. And then it's actually quite simple, and it's part of our Daily 8 system. There's a link again that goes to our Daily 8 system. And the better you get at performing these simple tasks, the stronger your Avon business will be and the more money you'll make. The system gets us out of our head. This is what I just said. You know, no longer do we have to play those head games that I don't want to be a bug. What if she thinks I'm bugging her? If she wanted something, she would have called me. How many of you guys tell yourself that? It's a lie, you guys. It's a lie. If she wanted something, she would have called me. No, She was looking at the book at 2:00 in the morning, sitting on the toilet. I'm sorry, I know that sounds gross, but it's real life, you guys. It's real life. She's not going to call you at 2:00 in the morning. She's not even going to text you at 2:00 in the morning. So she's going to put the book down and she's going to go back to bed. And then if you don't follow up, she's going to forget all about it. And she's going to forget that there was something she wanted out of that book. And eventually that book's going to go in the garbage, right? And so no longer do you have that head game, or she hasn't ordered in a while. Should I give her a brochure? You know, if you don't give her a brochure, you already know the answer. She's not going to order, right? But if you keep giving her brochures, there will come a time when she will need something and she will order, right? So the best part of using our automated system is you no longer have to worry about these things. It frees up your time to do the things you need to grow your business. And so when you have automated systems in place, you'll have more times to do the things that you need to do. You'll enjoy more flexibility in your schedule, and you'll have more time to build your business. Or if you want more time to spend with your kids or your spouse or whatever, our systems will give you more time to do that too while you're building your business. You're going to be able to stop worrying about repetitive administrative tasks, and you're going to be able to focus on the strategic work that matters most, the work that only you can do, right? There's no reason you need to be spending hours and hours labeling brochures and delivering them when Campaign Mailer will do that for you for really reasonable. And if you can't afford it, I get that, okay? Maybe you're starting your Avon business, you have no money at all. Maybe you really can't afford to use Campaign Mailer. And maybe you need to manually get brochures out to people, or maybe you're working with the text brochure. That's okay. Just have it in your head. Start working on developing these systems, because these systems are going to make all the difference for you, right? Nobody says you have to use Campaign Mailer, but you got to find a way. If you can't afford to use that, you've got to find a way to make sure all these things are getting done. And sometimes if you don't have money, you have to put more time and effort into it. It's just the way it is. You know, I've always taught people that you're going to need both time and money to build your business. And they kind of go like this, or like a scale. So if you spend more money to build your business, you don't have to put as much time in. If you spend less money, you're going to have to put more time in. That's just how it is, right? So Sandy says, people are busy. They do forget. I forget. That's why I love the system. Yes. Yes. Karen, automation is a game changer. Love it. Yes, Karen. Woohoo. It really is, you guys. And your business will grow exponentially. It really will. If you're constantly prospecting, if you're spending your time prospecting for new customers, new people to add into your system, and if that's really where your growth is. It's in the new. It's always in the new. People will fall off. Some of your older ladies will die. It happens, right? Attrition happens in any business. Doesn't matter what business you're in. You have to constantly be looking for the new. And the faster you can add new people into your business, whether it's recruits, whether it's customers, whether it's potential customers, the faster you can add those people into your business, the faster you'll grow. It's just that simple. So why spend all your time doing these administrative tasks when you can pay to have them done? Or, I mean, you know, Project Broadcast, I think it worked out to 2 cents a text. Trust me, it's worth it. You can text 100 people for 2 cents. What is that? $5?
$2. $2.
Oh, that's
100 people.
Oh yeah, $2.
$2.
$2. It's worth it, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so dare to dream big, right? All of life's excitement and growth comes from knowing how to dream big and making your big dreams a reality. It's having that big dream and taking the actions to achieve it that's going to help you have the most successful Avon business ever, or for that matter, anything else you want to accomplish, whatever that is. You know, and if you hold yourself back, you're going to rob countless people of the goodness and joy and healing and growth that only your unique contributions can offer. Every single one of you guys on this training has something to offer. Every one of you. And why would you want to hold that back from somebody, right? You need to get out there, dream big, and take the action and achieve it. And go to Hawaii. Be on that trip with us. I can't even tell you how amazing it is. Not only are you treated like royalty and you're made to feel like you're super important, not only that, it's the people that earn these trips are the best of the best. the top, I don't know what it is, 2% of all Avon reps are the ones that are on these trips. And you get to have drinks with them and lay by the pool with them and have dinner with them. And you guys, just hanging around with people like that stretches your mind. Trust me, you want this. Dream big and go for it.
Especially the last year and a half, I'm willing to go sit with anybody because I haven't been anywhere or talked to anybody in a year and a half.
Other than Zoom calls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that personal.
So if you hold yourself back, you're going to rob countless people of the goodness and joy and healing and growth that only you have. Only your unique contributions can offer. Because you know what? No one ever changed the world without in some way dreaming big. No one. Nothing. If you look at everything that's out there, everything, Facebook, Google, all of the companies that now like take over our whole lives, those were all a product of someone dreaming big, right? So take the first steps. Often it's that first step that's the hardest, but it doesn't have to be, right? So think about what's the smallest step you could take to launch your dream and explode your Avon business. And it's just as simple as, is it as simple as just learning what needs to be done? Maybe spend some time on the getting started page of this blog up in the top right-hand corner up there, or here's a link to it. You know, maybe it's taking classes in Avon U. Maybe it's setting up the systems. Maybe it's getting into our system and setting it up. The cool thing about our system is that it can start small and it can grow with you. So if you're only mailing 2 brochures, that's okay, because Campaign Mailer allows you to only mail 2 brochures, right? And they even now have first class mailing. So if you need to get, now what they do is they bulk mail. And we have bulk mailed for years, and so you need to know that it takes a week to 2 weeks for the mail to get out because it's bulk mail. It's not a top priority mail. And so that's why you have to order them so far in advance. Like I've already ordered my Campaign 8 brochures out, right? But now Campaign Mailer even offers first class mail. So, and it's cheaper than you going to the post office and doing it yourself. And especially if you don't have a book, you just go on Campaign Mailer and say, send this first class mail, send the current brochure, Campaign 7, right now to my customer. They need it. It's just that simple, you guys. And so you can start small, and you can start small with Project Broadcast and all of this stuff. And you can build your system, and then you can get out there and you can start prospecting and bringing more people in, and you keep adding them to your system, and your system will grow with you. So you start small, it grows with you, and then when you get big, you've already got it in place. It's already there working. But whatever that first step is, decide what your timeline is and start to gather your momentum and do it with determination. Just get started. So let's see. Anitra says, hanging out with my blind community is very motivating, knowing that I can live the life I want. Yes. And Anitra has learned so much from her blind community. You wouldn't even know she's blind if you meet her. You can't even tell. And even like when she's on a call, a Zoom call with you, you can't even tell because she lives like a sighted person. And I know she can see a little bit, but she's legally blind. She uses a cane. And being around other people who have been successful and living successful, powerful lives as blind people, she's learned from them. And that's part of it. That's a simple way of saying it, but that's the same thing. You go to these Avon trips and you meet the top people in Avon. Speaking of that, Molly Bibb and Tim Brown are going to be doing a training next, I think it's Wednesday. This coming Wednesday. You need to be on it, you guys. This is epic. These are 2 superstars that are going to just have a fireside chat online, and they're going to teach you what they know, how they were successful. It's all about being with the people who are successful.
And just so you know, it's at 8:00 Eastern, and the two of them have personalities that are off the charts. They're just amazing. You'll get inspired for sure.
And I talk about Molly is amazing, and I talk about Timothy all the time. He is the most upbeat and positive person I have ever met in my life. If you don't know him, he's a doctor. He's an eye doctor. He actually has a practice. Him and his wife are doctors. They have patients. And yet he's a top seller, top recruiter in Avon. And trust me, he is the most amazing, most just upbeat and positive person you've ever met. And look at Molly. She tells you like it is, but she is gung-ho about her business too. So you guys, there's so much you can learn from them. So Sandy says, I've gone through the getting started two times so far. I will go through again as every time I hear something new. There you go, see? And Wednesday night, I can hardly wait. Yeah, you guys, I won't miss that for anything. And after Molly and Lee, after Molly and Tim, I'm sure there will be like more people the next time. Avon's going to start this. It's like a masterclass series, and I'm really excited about it. And Lisa says, already set a reminder. I can't wait. Molly and Tim. Yes, you guys. Woohoo. Okay, so remember, motivation is a choice. Motivation is simply about making the choice to take whatever action you need to achieve the results you're looking for. If you choose to take action, whether you feel like it or not, you can be motivated every single day. Every day you can be motivated. You just have to decide you're going to be. You're going to do it, whether you feel like it or not. It's a pretty simple system, right? I mean, I said that up here. We're at the very top. It's a choice, making a choice to take action for a result, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like it or not. So you know what the result, that's the thing. You have to make sure you know what it is you want and what results you want. And then boom, you've got your system in place right here. 4-step system, making a choice to take action for a result, whether you feel like it or not, right? So, just if you choose to take action, whether you feel like it or not, you can be motivated every single day. And I can't wait to see what you accomplish with your choices. I especially can't wait to be hanging out with all of you in Hawaii. I am so excited to go. I mean, like Richard said, we've got our first vaccine already, and Richard's getting his second one this week. Mine's a couple more weeks down the road, but I am so ready for this to be over. I am so ready to be hanging out with my friends live and in person at RepFest at the Dominican Republic in November, for those of you that might be going to that, and Hawaii next March.
Next
right?
March for my birthday.
Woo-hoo, yes.
And Sandy's.
And Maria says, I check for all the learning areas that I can to learn. Yes, always be learning, always be bettering yourself. So let me unshare, go back to just us. Boom, there we are. So that's what we have. I think I got everybody's comments and questions. Do you have anything you want to?
Yeah, I just want to say, to me, I tend to get in my head a lot, and I was a procrastinator before Lynn and I got together. And these systems really helped me. They helped me make it easier to get started. And then once I get started, I just get roped in, like she said. You know, an hour, 2 hours goes by, but I don't mind. Once I get into doing it, then it's fun, and I've gotten over the hump. So systems are a huge help.
Richard has even things he does, like delivering orders. He knows what day he's going to be doing those deliveries, and it's already scheduled, right? So you don't have to think about it. He was taking brochures too. We started a route, and then he took it over to medical offices. That sort of ended because of COVID. But every 2 weeks, like clockwork, Richard, it was on the calendar, and he knew he had to do it, and he just went and did it. Yeah,
I still have some smaller areas that I can go to that I still get books out, because I always want to keep growing the business. Or if I'm driving around in the Avon car, you always want to have something out there. You know, people will stop you, wear an Avon shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, that's what we have. So go out there, have an amazing week, and we will see you back here next Sunday, same time, same place. I will see some of you, my team members, on a call this week. I'll see all of you, I hope, on the fireside chat with Molly and Tim. That is going to be epic, you guys. That's going to be epic. Don't miss that. And then for sure, we'll see you next Sunday, same time, same place. All right. Thanks for being here. Have a great evening.
Have a great week.
Bye-bye.